So moving forward, Ace King, 3-bet the Mayor, Mayor 4-bets. Wow, you guys are about to play a big pot, eh? So are you guys 1 and 2 in chips here? 47 big blinds deep? Holy shit, man.
Yeah, and that is the reason why I was feeling kind of sick here.
Do you ever consider just flatting pre-flop because of the implications of big stack versus big stack?
I think I flatted actually here because I didn't want to play the huge pot.
Well, you flatted as 4-bet. I mean, just flatting the open.
Oh yeah, I considered that too, because there is a case where because we are the big stacks. 100 big blind pot could be played. Yeah. And I'm out of position, but I kind of also want to be giving the pressure to the second biggest stack.
Yeah.
There, so I don't know. It's really hard to put him.
Yeah. I think in your shoes with the stacks, I'd probably just flat the open and just play a small pot. Because he's the only guy who could. And then you said he's tight, right? So when he 4-bets, that was pretty scary. So you flat. No good board. He either had you smashed or you guys had the same hand.
Yeah.
Right, so. Alright. I was going to say unlucky, but maybe you got lucky that you didn't hit a king. Maybe he just had aces behind.
Yeah, that could be.
Alright, so for 17 blinds, easy shove. The card father calls and loses to you. We want another flip. So that was what the second BJ you gave was for, so you could win the big flip on the FT bubble, right?
Yeah.
Because they were trying to say like how many dicks did he suck? I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was just 2, and this was what the second one was for. Okay, story checks out.
I think this was like the third flip I had in the whole tournament. For like a really big one.
Yeah, you actually
there wasn't really much of those. I wasn't in the middle free that much actually.
Yeah, that's true. You were in the middle a lot with your chips, but you rarely got called.
Yeah.
So you're like fake at risk, not really a risk.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a nice one to win. So Descartes Father went out 13, so we're down to 12 players remaining, and Max is back in the chip lead. And Mayor and D Hustler going at it. D Hustler holds with King 5. Yip with the raise of 5s. Cool. And another player is brought to our table. Cool.
Flies. I have no idea about this guy, but it must be because he had like 5 bigs when he came to the table.
Yeah. And so this is effectively 10 big blind ISO, or you're just going to run it here with King Queen, right? Getting 2-1. Chance to knock out one of the toughest players and getting good pot odds. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a bit close.
Like you're basically. To me, the fact that guy is isolating for 3 bigs is meaningless. You'd basically be raise calling for 11 blinds against Vea's small blind shoving range against your cutoff range, which I think with the odds you kind of got to take with King Queen.
Yeah, but
you didn't. But you didn't, and Vea had Ace King, so you're a genius until the turn came. So with that, we're down to 11 players. That's interesting. We'll let the wizards vote in the chat. What do you guys think? All results aside, all runouts aside, all knowing Vea's hand now aside, getting 2-1, almost 2-1, 1.9 to win 3.7 with King Queen. What do you guys call? There is the worry that some of our cards are dead against Fleas. Yeah. Okay. Call with this board. All right. Down to the final 11 players. Brazilian Eye against Vea. Showers, buddy. Hit the showers.
I was celebrating at that point.
Oh, yeah. That's a dream.
I didn't want him in the final table. Like, he has shitload of money and he's been there like 5 times already. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he was like the week before he was like 10th also or final table or something the Sunday Million, so he's a fucking beast.
Yeah, so he would have no concerns. He put the pressure on. So we're down to 10 players. Raise and take with Ace Jack, so we'll be getting a new guy. We got Padawan 911 added to the table. So we got 3 people with 50 bigs, 1 guy with 10 bigs, 1 guy with 30 bigs. And for those asking about the break, the next break will be when we reach the final table, which I'd imagine is pretty soon now. Pretty soon now. Get a walk. That's cool. Obviously going to put the pressure on the shorter stack there with King 3. Cards don't really matter blind versus blind. We're just applying pressure with our chip stack. And you hit yourself a nice board against the other big stack, but he didn't hit it as well. So not too much to be gained there. Right, deuces. Looks like a raise. I'm thinking fold or shove.
Yeah, but I don't. There's this 8 big blind, 9 big blind guy, 8 big blind guy left. I don't think he's pretty much ever alight here.
Okay, cool. Then I like the fold.
Yeah,
for sure.
Of course, sometimes, but not too often.
Yeah. Okay. I see you, Strel AA. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the positivity. And we see a 3-bet from Brazilian Eye and a fold from the Mayor. King 3 again. Ah, really? Alrighty, final table. Was there like a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was there a double elimination on the other table?
No, I think one person. He just click one hand.
Okay.
And he'll be there.
He'll pop in. Okay. Next hand. So there he is. Okay. So we have reached the final table of our Sunday Million hand history review. At this stage of the game, Max is guaranteed $8,994.96. The pay jumps moving up from there. $14K for 8th, $25K for 7th, $37K for 6th, $48.4K for 5th, $65K for 4th, $93.5K for 3rd, $132K for 2nd, and $178K for 1st. It's a lot of money. So we probably got a good hour, maybe 2, for this final table action. So I'm going to take a quick break. Max, I'm going to let you, if you want, hang with the chat for like 5 minutes. Then when I get back, you can take a break. I'll let them know about the home games, the giveaways, and all that. And then in 15 or so, we'll get back to the action. But I think you got to tell them about the sailing story. They seem to keep wanting to know about the sailing club.
I have no idea.
You don't know what that's about?
Now I know. Okay. I'll look into the chat and entertain people.
Cool. I'll be right back. Gotta finish this one off. Max at the final table. So why don't you tell us about your reads on the players and with the stack size, what your general game plan is coming into this final table?
Well, there's 2 kind of big stacks, like similar stacks to me, and just some of the small stacks. So I have to really pick carefully who to attack here, in my opinion, and I don't want to, throw chips away because they are so valuable now. So you won't see me doing anything crazy right now. Just really solid poker and keeping my ranges intact. The Padawan guy on the left. He was on the weaker side, I think, in this table, and well, he didn't do anything like special. He just went with the flow and played his hands, like yeah. And before we started playing this final table, I didn't really know much about him, and the same goes to 16 Rotko. Just no idea about the guy, really. The mayor, yeah, like I said, I had him as a tighter player, but what I've seen, I think he's capable of playing it more aggressive also, and we have to take that into account here. The Hustler with a small stack. Now I remember who the Hustler is. Yeah, sorry, I didn't remember earlier, but yeah, he was actually when I googled these guys, he had the most winnings at that point, I think. And well, he didn't have a big stack, so I wasn't really concerned about him. Doug Santos, a regular. And like with 10 big blinds, I didn't expect anything crazy from him. Marko Vitsus here, the aggressive Estonian, good player. Jagar Bomb, also a good reg, and I was quite happy to have him on my right with him having 24 big blinds. And Brazilian he was also okay, but not like crushing anyone or like that. But him being there with the stack, I was also happy because we had some history of me 3-betting him, and the dynamic was still there in the final table, so it would get interesting.
Cool. All right, then let's dive into the Sunday Million final table. Mayor opens with a 10 big blind open shove. Cool. And we'll go through all the hands. We won't do deep analysis on the other players' hands because it's late in Finland and it's late enough here too. But we'll see all the showdown and stuff. So Dos Santos shoves for about 10 blinds. Marco wakes up with a good enough hand to call. Gets unlucky. The board runs out that way. And with that elimination, Max went from being guaranteed $9,000 to being guaranteed $14,500. Not a bad start at all. Deep Hustler finds a good spot to shove, gets it through. And the Mayor raise and take. You go for the limp in, see a cheap flop. Padawan doesn't want to let you have any of that, and that is fine. I wonder if I click this button if I can skip to next hand. No, I can't. Lame.
I can press enter just to get the next hand.
Enter is the next hand. All right, you just saved me a lot of. Oh my God! Why did you wait till now to tell me this?
I only realized myself also.
Good teamwork. Wow. All right, we got aces, and there's a raise from a guy who has 22 big blinds to start the hand. Okay, once you got beyond the reaction of, oh my God, I just got dealt aces at the final table of the Sunday Million, what was the next thought that came through your mind when you saw this raise here?
It was, I thought it was really hard to get value from this guy when I 3-bet. So, I don't know. I was going for a flat maybe because there are other two stacks behind which can, well, one stack really what can shove over the top on the big blind, and also Jagar Bomb being a good solid player. I don't think he won't do an ICM suicide at this point of the tournament. So I think flatting is better and inducing action behind also kind of.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. So you get a fine flop. He checks. We bet small. He check calls. So we're just gonna go for all the streets here, right? all the streets of value. Would you consider checking the turn to get and just like accept getting 2 streets instead of going for 3? Because like
yeah, it might be. There's just those 2 flush draws and the straight. Okay, I have the aces.
it's but like I don't see what hand he has that has clubs. Though really, like there's a flush draw there, but when he check calls flop, like he mostly has like pair under queen. I think the hands that would have the draws, unless it's like queen 10 of clubs or something, are hands that probably would have bet. So I think we actually don't need to be that concerned about.
Yeah, that's true.
It's interesting because the deuce isn't bad for you. I don't know if he's even going to call another bet on the river, but if he's going into pot control mode by checking the flop and we're getting 2 streets, maybe we want to just check the turn and then grab another 1 mil, or maybe just taking down this 3 mil in the middle is worth protecting.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Yeah. We could go like really small or check here for the best outcome, but I think I'm firing quite a lot here.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and I remember him time banking for a long time.
Okay.
And folding.
So it was probably a good bet then. You put him in a tough spot. Okay. Nice. I just like to always consider all the options. After the fact, especially when there's no pressure.
That's great.
All right, Bobko making a little play there. And the fold with 6-5 offsuit in the big blind was mainly because the cards are just too small, right? Too low ranking. They can't make.
Yeah, and I had put Padawan as one of the weaker, and I didn't see him raising under the gun that wide.
Yeah.
At this point.
All right, so interesting play from 16 Bobko. He like min 3 bets your open where you have king jack of clubs. Got to take a flop, and then.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I remember I've watched the cards up final table and he had aces there.
Yeah. Okay, he should have aces there, right? It's the fish line, the min 3 bet, and then the big flop bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, that's. I wish we you didn't happen to record the final table with cards up, did you?
No, but it's on YouTube, I think.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Maybe you can do a review in Finnish of just the final table with whole cards up. That could be cool.
Yeah.
Something fun.
I'll look into that.
Cool. All right, so Enrio, because that's one thing that I thought was really cool with Ben's Sunday Million win, where we got to the FTM like, all right, we're going to use everyone's cards now. Forget just his. Wow. Queens.
Yeah.
Queens. Fuck.
Such a sick spot.
Guys, so he's only reshoving 24 bigs, but it's like fuck, all the chips.
Yeah, but I can't really fold here, can I?
Your hand is although you have like you're in second place in chips, you're not like a runaway chip leader facing like a reshove from another runaway chip leader. So yeah, I see, and you're definitely ahead of his isolating range. He's gonna have probably 7s plus, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Okay, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think I had to think this through because it was such a key moment. But after that, I just couldn't fold it. I see him shoving lots of hands, like ace 10 and something like that there.
Okay, so we ISO, and oh wow, you had him smashed, beauty, and D Hustler super smashed, miracle run out. Okay, so you make some chips and you eliminate one of the former big stacks, so you move from 14K to 25K guaranteed money, and back in the chip lead. Wow, sick. So were you like really rattled when the turn was a 7, or were you feeling pretty fine because you're like, well, I'm still pretty likely to win this side pot?
as long as the river isn't ace,
yeah,
I'm kind of fine with it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just as long as I have more than 10 million after the hand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't get tilted or anything for the river.
Sweet. All right, so Bobco's now doing more weird stuff, but you have flopped really good. Open-ender and a flush draw. Do you like fast playing because you have so much equity, or do you like slow playing because you have positioning because stacks are kind of deep? What are your thoughts when he donks into you for half pot on the flop?
My initial thought would be to just call. I have such a strong hand here.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping the pot small, he has 10 million chips.
Yeah.
Still, I don't want to get into those ICM suicide spots.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you call. Nice turn. He checks. Ever think about checking back here?
Yeah. I don't know if he's betting the river if I check.
Yeah.
I don't know if I gain much from it. Like if there's an ace, maybe he would maybe call the river bet, but I just want to go for the max value now.
Yeah, I think I like a slightly smaller bet personally, like 1.2.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, definitely like betting though. Okay, nice. You win that one. Cool. Oh yeah, enter button. I'm gonna have to get used to this. So that's such a good trick. Wow, saves me moving.
It's so much faster.
So much faster because like I had to find like the move forward button, and I have to get my mouse exactly on the spot. Whereas this way, I just press a button.
Yeah.
Over there. Jagabomb combo draw, no good, buddy. Let's just see that one more time.
Yeah.
Defended versus the 3x. Once he flops that, he's got to go with it. This Bobco guy, what a Sunday Million player. So with that elimination, we're down to the final 6. Max is guaranteed $37,000. And still in a pretty dream position, holding the chip lead with one player having 13 blinds, 2 players having less than 20 blinds, and the other guy's having 40. But whatevs. All right, easy folds. And Bobco's been running good, so we don't need to steal from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all right, so Dos Santos started the hand with 13 bigs. Yeah, you're 3-bet getting it in against him.
The voice, it's getting like broken all the time. I don't know why. I can't really hear you right now.
Well, we'll restart the Skype call. I'll just call you right back, and that should fix it.
Okay. Yeah.
Boom and boom. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better.
Skype just does that after a while. It just kind of drops them. So,
yeah.
All right. So we continue. You 3-bet Dos Santos, planning to call the all-in, and Dos Santos doesn't want to do that, so we just chip up and starting to run away with it. 1.5x second place. I'm still not using the enter button. Okay, so against Bobco's big stack with 8s, are you thinking just flat call?
Yeah. It's quite high variance to take the 3-bet here out of position.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree 100%. Just too crucial stage of a tournament to do it. And even there, yeah, you flopped open-ended to the end, whatever. You can be super nitty with the spots you continue in post-flop, given that you have the power and freedom of the chip lead.
Yeah.
And not doing any excessive stealing, just playing solid, which is usually a good strategy for final tables.
Yeah, I just like to. Other people can take the risks, and I'll take the easy spots.
Yeah, I like
when I have the cheap lead.
For sure. So Dos Santos limps in. You say no, sir. All or nothing. He chooses nothing. Go for a little steal against Padawan. There we go. Flexing a little muscle while he's in the prime of his hustle. But not against Bobko.
Which hand are you? Used for offsuit?
Yeah. And I'm at 9-5. I see that you're stealing from Padawan. And you're just, even though Bobko seems like kind of weak, you're not bothering with him because he has a lot of chips and he's like the donk can kind of be like the X factor where they're a weak player, so normally you'd want to play pots with them, but when there are like these crazy pay jumps in play, you don't necessarily want to get tangled up with the guy who's the wild card, who's the time bomb, who you never know when he's just going to put the maximum variance on you. And so I like your approach to just kind of avoid the one guy who can really mess you up in ways where you're just going to be like, dude, what just even happened? Like, why did
I had a really easy time in the final table. No one was really playing against me so hard, but I just want to keep the status quo kind of up and keep up nice and slow.
Yeah.
Against this guys.
Cool. So you open ace queen, get it through. King's 3. I guess you've decided Padawan's weak since you defended here.
Yeah.
With this. And also with Dos Santos being so short, you can make some nice bluffs with the ICM pressure, right?
Yeah. I'm taking a really goofy line here, I see.
Okay. So you check call the flop, because if you had an ace, that's what you'd do.
Yeah.
And then check fold the turn. Fine. And your plan was just, if he checks back, you bet river, basically?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, that was I was just floating.
Yeah. Fine. Then we get some of our chips back next hand.
He's folding way too much on his big blind.
Yeah. Get the rest back with the next steal. It's amazing how quickly you can get your chips back and why you just don't need to get carried away on the later streets. 'Cause you just steal it back. Huh. I guess he slow played a medium pair here on the 9-9-5 board. Slow play pre-flop, get it in. And Dos Santos is getting really short. What's he got now? 2 blinds. God, he must have had a really bad hand to not call off here blind versus blind. Like, what?
Yeah.
He's getting 2-1. He's the shortest stack by far. Like, no one's going to bust soon. What do you think about him? Like, even if you had, like, deuce tray offsuit in this spot where you're 6 of 6, no one's really shallow enough where a cooler's likely to happen. What do you think about folding?
Well, personally, I would be calling there with like 95% of hands.
Yeah.
Like the absolute worst, I would fold because there's a small chance of getting the pay jump, but people can see that he has so little chips, so I don't see there has to be a real cooler.
Yeah.
Someone to be knocked out, but the 5% maybe you can fold there because of the ICM, but you don't really feel the ICM pressure when you're that short.
Yeah. Anymore. What did he end up having on the replay?
I don't remember.
Okay. Like I could see if someone else had if a couple other people had 2 million chips, I could see him folding to hope for that 12K pay jump, but it's just so unlikely that he's not going to be the next one out. So, and then he folds again versus you, where he's just getting crazy odds, 700K to win 1.9. So getting 34%.
He tanked for a while, and then I wrote AA in the chat, and he insta folded. He was like in the time bank already, and I was like, just get on with it. Let's gamble.
Yeah.
And he insta folds.
Yeah. Okay, this may seem like a trivial spot to a lot of people, but on a hand a couple later where you have 10-8 off, where Dos Santos moves all in for 1.5 bigs, do you see any merit in calling here so that the 3 of you can have a chance of busting him, as opposed to him going up against 2 people, just make 3 people, like really decreases odds a lot of surviving?
I would, but I don't know if they really know that you should check it down always there.
Right.
So if they were a little bit better players, I would call here just to knock him out. But they might just go bet raise, re-raise there for some.
And for anyone who's like, oh, but like, are you concerned about giving the guy an extra 600K? Like, yeah, we're giving him a chance to quadruple up instead of tripling up, but his winning chances go down probably by 15-20% when another player comes in the pot. So overall, it's worth it to have another person who can bust him, even though the odds when he does survive, he gets a bit more chip up. In fact, it's not a big difference how much he would chip up, like 2.8 instead of 2.1. Whatever. Either way, these guys check it down until the end. So Padawan, flop trips. Nice.
Yeah.
And with that, there is an elimination. So did deal discussions happen immediately after that elimination, or did you guys play for a bit more before then?
We played for a bit more. We played for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And no, I didn't even speak about the deal. I just had the deal button ticked from the start of the final table.
Okay. So you just
and
tell me...
It just happened, and, well, we can talk... I don't know the remember the exact hand, so do you want me to discuss the... Because I had more chips then.
Yeah, I'll wait till you win the next big pot, and we'll assume that the deal happened around there. So
yeah, I had like 22 million, 21 million, I think.
Okay, so you defend ace-9, flop top pair. I guess just the pre-flop call is very, very standard. You're getting good odds. You have a way above average hand. Flop call, obviously, top pair whenever folding. Let's just hear a little bit your thoughts about what he's two-barreling with here, and your reasons for calling. Since I know some players would drop mediocre ace when a flush comes in and when their kicker's not that good. So break it down, turn play.
Well, this guy is kind of hard because he can be like all over the place, but there's a chance that he still has an ace that's worse than mine. Because I just called pre, so he has kind of all the aces in his range. Also, there is a chance he turned like a flush draw there. Of course, he could have turned a flush, but I called and I wanted to re-evaluate on the river, really. And really, if he bets the river, I'm almost always folding there.
Okay, cool. I like it. I think, he can semi-bluff a lot on the turn, and he can also be betting with what he did to protect against your draws if you somehow have them.
Yeah.
So 20, so you're not quite there. I think there's one more pot you win. Before deal discussion. So you go for the steal with Jack 2 suited, get it through, and now you have...
now we discuss it,
22 mil. Okay, so I'm going to pull the payouts up on screen, but you can just talk about kind of what went into the deal-making process, because you said it was pretty lengthy.
Yeah, well, the numbers came pretty quickly, and I got offered the 129K point something, which I eventually took, but the problem was two guys. The mayor and Padawan. Really, they wanted like, I don't know, like 3K each more or something like that, and I was like, I was telling them that it's like, we're not doing this deal. If like, I should be getting some, not you. But when your life roll is 40K, and you get a paper that says you can get 130K, and you just have to sign, so it was really hard for me to say no about the deal at that point. And the amount of money I was getting was kind of second place money.
Yeah.
3K shy or something like that. So I just didn't want to take any variance. But how much was the fifth place paying? 60K?
Fifth place was normally 48K.
48K.
Fourth was 65, then third was 93. So you basically locked up second place money with a chance to still get close to first.
Yeah.
Which is right. So these were ICM numbers.
Yeah, ICM number. I asked the chip shop first, but the hustler, who's a good player, he didn't go for it. But I tried it.
Yeah, worth a
I
shot.
would get a shitload of more money with that. But eventually, everyone agreed to go with the ICM numbers.
Okay, that's good of you to stay firm. Where you're like, you
Yeah,
know,
but I had an edge over these guys. D Hustler was good, but he didn't have chips, so I didn't feel like I should give them anything.
Yeah.
At all. I didn't mind if someone else gave them something because it's another way for me, but no one was giving anything to them, and they were really insisting on getting. I think the mayor was asking for like 10K more at the first, and then he went to 5K, and then he went to 0. And Padawan, I think he had won like 20K in his career, and he was getting like 100 something K. What was the number?
107,541.
Yeah, and he wanted like 115K. So yeah, but eventually they just gave up, and we kept on playing.
They always do, bro.
Yeah,
they always do. Just you stay firm and just keep saying no, and eventually they'll say, all right, fine, deals.
Yeah, and I was just really happy with the amount I was getting, so I didn't want to get greedy at that point, because I would feel like shit if like I lost a couple of flips and I would be out and get only 48K and not 129K with a chance to win 20K extra.
Yeah. So wait, did you guys play for 30K or 20K?
20.
20K? Okay, so ICM plus 20K for winner. Sweet.
Yeah.
So you'd already locked up the biggest. No matter what happened, you were going to be the biggest winner of the day, but you wanted the glory. I remember in your post, you're like, dude, it's about first place. It's about winning.
Yeah,
money's nice, but I want to win.
Yeah, being the Sunday Million winner is just so big. Of course, 20K helps. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So the deal was made. Max locked up $129,234.98. Padawan locked up $107,541.31. D Hustler on his short stack of 7.5 bigs locked up $78,898.80. The Mayor locked up $97,565.49, and Bobco locked up $84,722.
Yes, but I don't think this was the hand before the deal, because Mayor had more chips than Padawan at this point.
Okay. So a deal happened slightly later. But either way, the money has now been evened up, and they're basically playing a winner-take-all. So all that means is that ICM pressures are no longer a consideration, and that it's just, you have everything to gain by getting all the chips and nothing to lose by going out any of the other places. No laddering to do. So did this affect your strategy at all once the deal had been made? Did you adjust in any way?
Not really. I was just hoping that they would go a bit more crazy and I would get more good spots.
Yeah.
But just keeping it solid, because the aggression is worse now than it was before. So I didn't want to. I almost had double the chips of the second place, so no reason to really start punting chips in their way with just widening ranges way too much.
Yeah. Cool. I like your 3-bet here with Queen Jack. It looks like the Mayor has really started opening a lot since the deal happened, so to 3-bet with blockers there is very good. Bobco just bluffing away. Bobco. So you raised ace-9, flop mid-pair against Padawan. Okay, c-bet. Nothing to see there, folks. Nothing to see there. Would be a defend, but Mayor isolated, so easy fold. Go for a steal against Padawan, same thing. Good board. Good c-bet, maintain the aggression. Take it down. He's 3 suited. Good spot to raise. All right, here Bobco is with his min 3-bet again.
From like fucking 12 blinds.
Yeah, so kind of got appeal given the odds. Flop better. Fold. Do you know what he had in that spot?
I don't remember, but I think it was aces again.
It's always aces.
Yeah, but I gotta look it up. So.
Okay. Just let us know at the end of the stream. So 8s against Bobco again, just good board, just c-bet, just maintain. You did pretty good keeping the decisions like rather simple. Some of them were like on the edge, and you took the higher variance approach, and it worked out. But like, You managed to avoid tough spots for the most part pretty well. Good job. D Hustler. Oh, he had a way better hand than you.
Yeah, but I think the call is fine there.
7 blinds? Yeah. Yeah, and you can easily afford it. You have all the
Yeah.
Eights. I think
20 bigs.
I think I would have induced if I were you to get action from smaller pairs.
Yeah, that's true. But it's better when I have like sixes. Maybe the shove makes more sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. The more worse pairs they can reshove,
Yeah.
the more inclined you should be to min raise instead of open shoving. Small edges, which every once in a while add up to big wins and lots of dollars.
Yep.
All right, we defend. Interesting. Let's hear about your reasons for leading with Jack with the pair of fours and.
I didn't think it was strong enough to check raise, and I didn't. All the turns in the deck are bad except from 4 and non-hard Jack.
Yeah.
So I just want to, make him pay for all the overcards or fold if he wants.
Okay. Do you think it's a board he's going to be I feel like he's going to be c-betting almost everything on this board, though. You could check shove.
Yeah.
His aggression factor is 13. Either way, you got him to put it all in with... What did he have? Okay. Fair race.
Yeah.
I think on a board like this where he's going to c-bet everything, I like check shoving, but on a board where it's a little more connected and he's a little less... maybe if even it was... Jack, I mean, he'd have you beat on that, but hypothetically, like Jack 9-9 instead of 4 deuce deuce, where it's a board he's more likely to check back. That I like that lead more, but yeah.
Big flip.
Big flip, big win, and now you have about half the chips in play. Good spot.
Yeah, just hanging in there, chilling,
hanging around. D Hustler also hanging around, chilling.
I remember I was on the couch just playing on my laptop, and the sun was up, and my friends were all, my roommates were all gathered here, and one of them was drinking beer already at 9 in the morning just to celebrate.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. This is like every online poker player's dream.
Yeah.
To be shorthanded in the Sunday Million, a whole bunch of money guaranteed, and playing for the title, and feeling like you are the deserving and this most skilled player. Like you're like, I can win this. I can definitely win this. That's a great feeling.
Yeah, that nothing can compare to it.
Yeah.
Which hand are you on?
I think I'm about to catch your card rush. So I'm on 9-6 offsuit, where you take a stab when he checks, and then you stab again because you turned a gutter. And how do you not fire the river? I'm fine with the flop bet, and the turn bet I'm on the fence about. But if you're gonna bet the turn, what? I mean, that's the perfect river card to fire. I think he's got no aces, and I feel like most of his flush draws would have played more aggressively.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was tired.
Maybe you were having one of homie's beers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a mistake for sure.
Yeah. It's all about the turn and river cards, homies. Everybody watching out there, pay attention to the board, and even more to the turn and river cards. They're the ones that make you money. All right, ace king suited, raise, he shoves, you call. Wow, so many outs on the turn.
Yeah, the free roll.
All right, 7-10 suited, open ender. Okay. I'm going to guess you proceed by calling, but I don't know. So let's talk about what your game plan was when you saw the flop, and then what your game plan was when you got check raised to this size.
Well, I was quite happy with the flop, of course.
Yeah.
And just my normal c-bet, I was c-betting loads anyways, but my game plan was I was going to barrel most turns, I think. Like except from like the small clubs, maybe the clubs even, because they hit my range also. It's really hard not to bet the turn also.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he check raises me, I don't know. He's like repping the 9 here, I guess, or some like small 2-pair set maybe. But I don't know if he had like 20. Okay, I would call and see what comes on the turn. We're still quite deep. I didn't want to inflate the pot at this point yet, even though it was huge, like 10 million when I call.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so we call.
I felt like I could take it away from him on the later streets if he shuts down.
Okay, so what was your reason for checking the turn as opposed to going for a bet there? Because I see you waited till the river to make your move, which is fine.
Yeah, I just kind of, when it checks, it's kind of weird, and I might be check raised sometimes, but I don't know that if that happens that often. But I was happy to go on the river, and I was quite confident that if he checks again, I could take it down if I don't hit even.
Yeah, so you're getting a lot more confidence and certainty that your bet is going to work.
And of course I'm kind of giving him the chance to bluff the river, but yeah, but I don't know. It has to be quite a good card for him to bluff at it. So.
Okay, sweet. So the river bet was successful, and you widened that lead again, which is good. All right, blind versus blind, good flop, mid pair, flush draw, easy call, and you make a jack high flush.
Okay. Check is weird.
Yeah, I think a small value bet. I can understand. You're like, the pot's big enough. I don't really want to get put in that tough spot if he checks, shoves me, whatever. I think I like about a 2 million, but I understand the check, especially at that time of the day, and with what your chip lead is already, and you're just like, I'll just take the other 6. Like, I get it. I feel you.
Yeah, and it's so rare that he has the queen or the ace of diamonds. Like, never.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have gone for small, but yeah. We can see in my place here that there are a couple of friends by my side, and I've been awake for like 24 hours. So
yeah. Okay, I'm just cruising through them.
Yeah.
The stab with 8-9 suited was fine when he checks back. Keeping pot small. Getting good pot odds pre, making the right defense, taking little stabs post, not getting carried away. Really, really solid, good end game play, in my opinion. You're really protecting your stack while still giving yourself a chance to chip up. King 6, good board to c-bet, take it down. Not going to call a 10 blind shove with 6-4 suited. Ace Jack. Open ender and over cards. He has 2x the pot, so I guess bet, and if he shoves, you call, right? You check back. What do you think about bet calling this flop?
Yeah, I think it's fine too, but I kind of wanted to put the last bet in here.
Yeah.
Also, so and I could see the turn for free. And if he stabs, I'm just gonna pile it.
Yeah. Okay, so you're doing the delayed pressure play, and that run out was not great. And okay, fine. Given that you checked the flop, I like that you did not follow through on the river. Okay. AK better than KJ. And they're heads up now. So at this point, Padawan has 107K locked up. Yipyiphupbup Max has 129K locked up, and they're playing for 20K. So you guys are a little less than 30 big blinds deep. You've been playing the final table with him for a while. So what's your read? And do you have any game plan for the heads up part of the match here?
Yeah, I think he folds way too much.
Okay.
Free. It just I was thinking this would be a pretty easy heads up, but post flop, I don't know. I think I just ran into some hands and it was quite a swingy one actually.
Okay. It's always nice when you have someone who's too tight pre-flop heads up because you can just steal a lot of blinds, which it looks like you're gonna do. Well, we shall see.
He's folding buttons here, so 25 big deep. I think it's bad.
Okay.
I think he should be limping at least almost everything there.
Like you do with your 9-4 off, limp it.
Yeah.
When they show no interest, just stab it and take it. Cool. Take your pot odds with 4-7 suited. Don't get the flop you're looking for. Easy folds. Limp fold with 3-6. Cool. With some of the like junkier hands, like limping's fine. But also with like the worst ones, min raising's fine because you don't really care that much about seeing the flop with 6-3 off as opposed to like 6-3 suited.
Yep, that's true.
But at a stack depth, if they're always gonna like let you see the flop anyway, like limping's never bad.
Yeah,
it's never a bad choice. 9-10 suities, raise and take. 8-4 getting walks. The dream 5-4s taking it down. Defend 9 tray, not a good flop. Oh, you fell into his trap. Oh no, he fell into your trap. Let's hear about the 2 barrels, the Turn River multi-barrel on this Ace-4-4 ace.
Yeah, I just think he would be c-betting his ace here, and I was just going with it, hoping he wouldn't have the balls to call with whatever he has.
Okay.
There, I have generally no idea what he has there. It could be just king high, or something, but I was clearly behind, and I don't like losing pots, so I make every possible thing I can do to win them.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And onward we go. Limp and take. Get a little walk. Ah, you jammed over your Jack 9. See, that's a hand you hate getting shoved on. That's a hand where you're like, I wish I limped so that I could have called this 3x.
Yeah, that's true. I was kicking myself.
Yeah. Well, whatever. You're getting that little bit of advanced heads-up strategy. Oh, you ran into it here. I do like your lead, though, with your open-ender and overcards. Really good way to play the hand.
Yeah.
Sucks that you don't get to see the river, though.
Yeah. I just can't call it there. Oh, maybe...
I wonder if with these stacks, maybe check calling the turns better because he has size to shove over you?
Maybe I didn't think it through there when I bet again.
Yeah.
But I had... Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Ace queen, king 7 gonna steal, cool. Jack queen defend, flop the overcards. Whoa! All right.
Yeah, and here, smoke. I mean, the reason I 3-bet here, is because, against a player who's thinking. Yeah, like, would you? Is he ever like raising the king if you hit it? And that was the point that really made me. I got to think. I didn't think about it really much.
Yeah.
And I went with the small 3-bet there because I just didn't see that his bet made much sense, but I didn't want to jam because there was this chance that he was just, I have top pair and let's get it in.
Yeah, he could
kind of mentality.
He could also have a slow played set with this line.
Yeah, I watched the replay. I was really thinking about this hand when we got there, and it was like King 10 or something like that.
King 10. Okay, so we just said whatever. If you got better than me, fine.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Makes sense. He had to do a little bit of Northern European stuff, right, guys? It wouldn't have been a proper tournament without it. You gotta get crazy once.
Yeah.
And then you get, whoa, why does this look so big? Oh, it's because you bet with all the 9s.
Which hand?
Just the 8-9.
Yeah.
Or you river 2 pairs, just the way it shows up on the replayer, it looks crazy, the amount of chips going in the middle.
Yeah.
It's just funny, but okay. And he has... oh,
6.
man. Wow, you got cooler like 3 hands in a row.
Yeah. I was kind of frustrated at that point, but the next hand helps.
This next hand helps. So you're down 3-1, and you just open rip, ace queen suited, king jack no good, right back to even. Did you give a couple high fives to the homies after that one?
Yeah, couple of high fives there. Getting back to the grind.
Couple of Finnish curse words in the mix, maybe too.
Yeah, perkele.
Perkele. Okay, raise there. Ace 4 would be an easy go with. 3-4 limping, not going to call a raise. Cool. Queen 9 defend. You finally got some showdown value, and you folded it.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to call there.
Yeah, pretty hard, pretty marginal. Is this pair of 4s good? Oh yeah, it is. I don't know how he doesn't bluff there on the end. I don't know if you're calling with the 4 or not, but he should definitely bluff with the hand he had.
Yeah.
Cool. 8-4 suited. And here comes the rush. We get a walk. We raise and take. We get another walk. We raise and take. Oh no. No, this one's... We faced the little heat, but he gave you amazing odds. You peel with the best drawing hand in the game and flop couple back doors. Couple back doors. He got an 8. He got a king. He got a spade. And the guy just lets you have it.
I ain't taking any shit from this guy.
Strong line, Padawan. 3-bet and check fold on the best board ever for the pre-flop 3-better. Nice one. Nice one. And then Karma is served what? Next hand? Min raise. You defend with pretty bad hand. And flop pair 2s.
Ooh.
Check call. Bink a little 5 outer. A little 2-pair action. And you lead. Okay. Break it down for us. Why did you opt to lead the turn instead of just checking again and go with the standard flow of the hand?
I was thinking that this line would like make him go crazy with a lot of hands, like one pair like aces, flush draws. I wanted to give them. I didn't want to give odds to the flush draw. I could check jam here, but I feel like I almost always have the best hand here, so I didn't want to like be the last one to put the bet in, but let him do the bidding.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it did. He shoves. Did you use snap call?
Yeah,
snap call, and his Queen High flush draw was not good enough. Max ships at 42.185612 million chip pot to finish with 57.660 million and an extra 20K going to the Stars account, 149K total score. There's something I want to know about. I want to know about this final table hat that you've got. What's the story with that thing?
Can I put the camera on? I can show you.
Yes, camera time. Camera time. I'm going to make sure they can't quite. Here we go. put it.
So, this is the final table hat. I should be only wearing it in final tables, but I think this is a special occasion. And I can go with it.
Yeah.
So, the story behind this hat, I think that was 2013 Barcelona EPT. There was a final table where Ilari Sahamies and Joni Jouhkimainen was there. And I don't know, but they looked like they got smashed the night before. And they had this kind of shiny fedoras on their head.
Yeah.
And one time I was in a bar here in Turku, and I saw this hat on one girl's head, and I just stole it. I needed to have it. I just took it, put it on my head, and left the place. And ever since, I make a final table. I put the hat on, and I get great scores because I don't know what's the story, but this is the run good hat.
Yeah, it's gotta be. And I got the pics up here, so everyone can see Ilari next to you, and then Joni Jokinen next to you there with the lucky Finnish run good hat. So is there something about like it gives you more motivation to make the final table? Because you're like, sweet, if I gotta make the FT, I gotta put my hat on. Like that's a big moment.
I just said last Sunday when I won like 4K, I got second in a Hodder 750.
Nice.
And I was running really deep in the bigger 880 also. And I said to my friends that tonight I'm gonna wear this hat. And then when that didn't happen, I just registered a couple more tournaments, and I said I will fucking make a final table today. And by miracle, here it is. It was on my head. I ran like a god in the final table until the heads up where I lost like 5 flips in a row, but you can't blame that.
Yeah. So I think the chat's onto something. I think if you ever find that girl again, you should probably give her 20 euros or whatever the hat costs.
Maybe give her 20 euros and take her back to my place.
Yes, that sounds like a very good plan.
Yeah.
Very good plan. Like.
Yeah, I have no idea who she is, but maybe I'll do some Craigslist and stuff like that and find her.
Yeah, you know, I think if I manage to final table a World Series event, I might have to borrow your hat and combine it with my fire shades.
Oh, and you couldn't lose.
Then I'll have the ultimate run good fire shades and blinged out Finnish hats for the win. Cool.